there was a particular year in 2011, 2012 where I just didn't want to live anymore. I just felt like there's no point in me living. I always thought about, jumping out my window. I was just at a low point where, I was struggling with suicidal thoughts. It was like, I'm not living a fulfilled life. I just don't want to be here. It's depressing. All the goals that I want to achieve, I'm not achieving them. What's the point? The things that were making me happy, I weren't doing it at that particular moment, i.e. football, i.e. Encouraging people. The things I was just doing other things that didn't interest me at that particular moment. So I was in it for, I'll say, approximately 2 years, and then the worst thing is when I finished university as well, when I was unemployed for 3 years as well. I was really at a low point as well, because I felt like, I followed the educational system. However, I can't even land a job. So what triggered me to come out of it was, whilst I was in university, I remember I came across one of my old scripts that I've written, and I realized that this is what I'm into, creativity, sports and creativity. That's always been my thing. So I ended up performing it, this play, and then it received a huge amount of reception. And using that momentum, it triggered me again that I should start my own company. And that's when I started my first company, a media company called Unashamed TV, which is still functioning now, is doing great things. And that led me to also starting my second company called RBI, Rudolf Brenyah International, which deals with what I'm really passionate about, which is obviously encouraging young people, motivating them, inspiring them to achieve their goals, to find a purpose in life, and not just to drift through life. So when I see young people living below the potential, it actually really upsets me. So I've taken upon myself to whenever I identify another young person who are in the same situation as me, is to dedicate myself to helping them come out of that stage, because there's so many out there who have lost their self-identity, don't know why they're living, don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. They finish university, they don't know where to start from, and I'm just trying to use my story to encourage them and to inspire them. Now listen, I was in the same situation as you, in fact maybe even worse than you, but however I managed, pull myself out of it, and here I am today. The one thing I've learned along the way that's helped me so far is I came up with a quote last year, and it says, no excuses, only results, or stop making excuses and produce results. I strongly believe that you need to start with all you've got. I mean, I always preach it, I always say it everywhere I go. I believe that a lot of people, they're waiting for the finished article. Even when I started my media company, I had no money. I was still unemployed. I had no money. I had no equipment to start all of this stuff, but I used the resources that was available to me. And when you look around you, you'll be surprised to find out there's so many resources for you that is available for you. So one of the first things I did when I started my media company was call some people that had cameras. And when I started to do my inspirational talks that I do in schools now, and now that I've become a self-development coach, how I started was using my phone. So I would go outside, film it, using my phone, my smartphone, and then post it online. It was generating so much interest. It was helping people, and from them videos, schools were contacting me like, we've seen your video online, we like what you're doing, you represent some of the students in our school, so we would like for you to come and encourage them, inspire them with your story. So I would tell every young person, listen to me, like, stop making excuses, stop saying I haven't got the money, I haven't got the time, I haven't got this. Just use the resources available. And if you haven't got anything, the thing that you have got is a pen and a paper. You can start planning what you want to do. It doesn't cost you anything, just plan it out, and that's what I would tell them.
This is a Chucky Beat production.